screen you can see. All right, there we have it. I do like Perilous Voyage in this deck because we don't have Walk the Plank or Vanquish the Weak. It buys you a lot of time. You're trying to buy time until you can settle or star. Or Sunbirds. Oh, Huatli's not in here either. This deck plays 3 win conditions. Huatli, who's better than Jace but worse than Vraska, because she comes in at 3 health, which is lightning strikeable. But she can do some damage to other creatures. She does make tokens without minusing, and she can gain you some life. So what would I cut here? I gotta make 3 cuts. I'd probably cut a chart and a Pirate's Prize. The problem is with this deck is I've decked myself sometimes. Well, actually not since I played the Sunbirds, which you think would make me deck myself quicker, but because of the power of the Sunbird, it actually works out pretty well. I really like running at least 1 Pirate's Prize here because that's a super good card to cast with Sunbirds. Also, you can get it off any of your other 4 drops if you have Sunbird out. I cut a Perilous Voyage. I'd probably cut another chart here, and that's because Vance's draws you cards. That's 59, and then I'd play another land. What's the color distribution? Blue, red, white. Maybe I'd sneak in a Field of Ruin, which isn't in here now. I probably already have. I don't think this is my most updated version. I really like Star. Star is the saddest part about not playing red. Right now I like Vanquish the Weak more than Lightning Strike. I was on Lightning Strike's jock for a long time. But Vanquish kills things Lightning Strike won't. And it doesn't really go the other way. Like, what's a 4/3? Captivating Crew? People don't really play that. I don't know. I can't think of another 4/3. Or 4/1 or 3/1. 3/1 still gets killed by Vanquish, so it'd have to be a 4/1. I mean, it is a turn quicker. And Huatli is a decent win con, but she doesn't catch you up like Vraska. Vraska not only can't get lightning bolted, but she gets a +2 when she creates a creature. And she can immediately remove something, exile something from the board. Anyway. I like it. Star's really good. Star, it can kill Carnage Tyrant. Problem is that Carnage Tyrant can come out turn 4, while Star definitely doesn't come out turn 4. And Settle does just so much better job of killing Carnage Tyrant and stalling the board than Star. play blue, red, black. What's blue, red, black? Grixis. You're pretty weak to Carnage Tyrant there, but you could at least play Star. That's the problem with Sultai. There's no Carnage Tyrant insurance. You just lose to it. Unless you play your own, I guess. And then you face off. That's actually a pretty good defense. Alright, let's try Sultai deck really quick. I'll just build it. Boop. I'd probably run 3 Vraska here. Oops. Wrong line. Well, we run a lot of contempts. I don't know how many contempts we'll end up. Probably all of them. Maybe just 2 Merfolk in the end. Or walk the plank, I mean. Whew. 5 win conditions. Maybe you need to run 3 Tyrants and 2 Vraskas. Problem is your Carnage Tyrant's going to come out later, but not that much later. 1 or 2 turns. Maybe 3 Tyrants and 2 Vraskas, because you're really trying to shore up your Tyrant mismatch or disadvantage. Not sure there's any other green cards worth playing. How we doing? 28? Pirate's Prize might be okay here, because it does get you that treasure, which could accelerate you into a turn 5 for Vraska Carnage Tyrant. This might be a pretty good deck for Pirate's Prize. Or I guess you could just play Chart. I don't love Chart. One of these decks I'm going to have to try without Chart and see how well the card draw goes. I don't know. I'd be tempted to play Kitesail Freebooter in here. Or you could try like Deeproot Champion. Though I don't know about this card at all. This is a 2-drop. So early win con, it kind of puts early pressure on. It kind of changes the complexion of your deck. You pretty much always want to be playing search on turn 2, but the other, you don't really want to be playing walk the plank or chart the course on turn 2. It would make chart more useful. Doesn't really have any sweet abilities except it slowly gets bigger. I don't know. If this card started as a 2/2, it'd probably be more worthwhile. You don't really need Dive Down because you're playing Carnage Tyrant. You could do Drover just as a mana source. Drover can accelerate you into a lot of things, which I guess is what you want. Oh, you should probably run Compass in here too. 2 of is what I like. Maybe run a treasure map. It'd be interesting to try treasure map instead of chart a course. Treasure map could also accelerate you, but it does it kind of awkwardly and slowly. But if you're able to hold up a bunch of Vanquish, Cancels, and Vraska's Contempt, then being able to tap something and end a turn seems pretty good, actually. That's so much card selection. I cut 1 chart and run 25 lands. Can I make this deck? I don't have enough Carnage. I don't have enough anything. You need 4 Vraska's Contempt here. That's for sure. I don't think you can play this deck without 4 Vraska's Contempt. You could try to run more counter spells. I think you need those Vraska's Contempt, and I don't have them, so you're not going to see me playing this deck anytime soon. Alright. What's our mana base look like? We got Drowned Catacombs. And then Taplands, Foul Orchard, and so I think you definitely want Evolving Wilds here. What's the distribution? There's not much green at all, right? The green is all top end. Might be a reason to play 3 Compasses. But it's really blue-black. You really don't need green much at all. But boy, the green is good when it's there. So you might be... I'd consider running Unknown Shores here. Because otherwise you're just a 2-color deck. This deck looks pretty sweet. Wish I had some of these cards. It looks good. I really like to see the difference between Chart a Course and Treasure Map and how those work out. and try out Deeproot Champion. But with only one Vraska's Contempt, this deck is... and one Carnage Tyrant, this deck is unplayable. Alright guys, that's going to be it. Thanks for hanging out for the deck text tonight. I'm going to go put some work in, as they say.